We're a couple
We're a couple
miles
miles
from the
from the
Colorado State Capitol
building.
building. It's
It's
in
in
Power
Power
Field
Field
at Mile
at Mile
High
High
here
here
in
in
Denver.
Denver.
Straight
Straight
ahead,
ahead,
we've
we've
got
got
a
a
good
good
one
one
on
on
tap.
tap.
It's the
It's
Kansas
the
City
Kansas City
Chiefs
Chiefs
and the
and the
Denver
Denver
Broncos.
Broncos.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Denver. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
And he's going to be stopped up at the line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to push this one forward. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Third and long.
Yellow, yellow.
Hill brought in motion.
Yellow, yellow.
The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Hill brought in motion. Third and long for Mahomes. Forced out wide. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. To Davis. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Broncos.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Third, they need 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Pass caught outside. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs make the first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Down the field, he's got Kelsey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Mahomes connects with Kelsey for a big one. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Yellow. Wide. And Ripley. Yellow, yellow.
Now, Mahomes. That is caught left side by Taylor. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity in the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. He'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Davis. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Denver. At his 2nd touchdown of the game, numbers 11 and 12 on the season. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Mahomes going to look to run with this one. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And they will take their final timeout of this half. And of note, since they're out of timeouts, they cannot challenge for the remainder of this half. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Motion man is Rice. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He'll go right and find his running back. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Packer. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Looked like he wasn't a scene for a moment. He's taken down after a solid return. To throw here to begin the drive. That's going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
His kick is good. That ties the game at
1 quarter in the books. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run. It's Davis. Up the sideline. Past midfield. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second and 11. They put Kelsey in motion. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He got his man. It's Hill. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Hall goes in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Attack, attack! Yellow, 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 yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
Motion man is Rice. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Back to the ground after the penalty. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Play action here. Mahomes gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Hey, 43. Hey, 57, 57. Hold on these two. Hold on these two. Forty-three. 43.
Throwing is Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Yellow.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Craig and I return to Denver after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Hold on these two. Hold on these two. Hey, Ridley. Yellow. Attack.
Mahomes will be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Yellow. Easy.
Mahomes going to keep it on a designed run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Attack. Hey, yellow, go gun. Easy.
Here's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Mahomes now to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The third quarter begins with a run. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Whoa! And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball.
And he will score again. Touchdown, Denver. His big game continues. His third touchdown this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on here in the end zone for a touchdown. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he finds Tyreek.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's the safety telling no Hufanga on the tackle.
And it's 3rd down.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to run with this one. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes going to keep it on a designed run. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
19, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Out wide. That's to Davis. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that. But these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space. And he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7.
The 26-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third down, they need 5. Hill brought in motion.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley, Ripley.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10
So,
at the
3 quarters
42-yard
now
line.
in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, first and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Mahomes to Rice for a big play. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Easy. Attack!
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll run it on the inside handoff, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. Black.
Mahomes. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Here's Mahomes. Once to his right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
First down, it's Davis. He's inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tyreek now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up now for second down.
Protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and...
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Here's Mahomes. Incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. To the ground, a first down run. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
It's a loss of 2.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Leads to second and goal.
That's hauled in at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos are able to extend the lead.
Chiefs 23. Will Lutz to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Tyreek now to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Ball goes in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is caught aside by Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down. Now it's second and 1. Going back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
At the Chiefs' 3-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They're winning ways.